We welcome you to one of the home offices of lacrosse in America, Garden City High School, where this afternoon the Varsity Media Sports Network presents this League One crossover showdown between the host Trojans and the visitors from Port Washington, the Vikings. Good afternoon, everyone. Dylan Butler here. We're so happy you are able to join us for Game 1 for both of these schools. And Garden City, obviously, a perennial powerhouse in Class B. Port Washington trying to make a name for themselves in A. Of course, that's easier said than done when you've got the likes of Syosset and Massapequa and Farmingdale to battle year in and year out, but that's what's in front of them, and what's in front of us now is the opening face-off. We'll get you some starters and impact players as we go along, but the opening face-off battle is actually won by the Vikings, and they'll look to push. That's Andrew Robinson, number 12. He'll look to back up now, and good face-off win right away for the Vikings. Jared Morales going to Stony Brook up top, number 5. They'll work it far side. You figure everyone will get a touch here on this first possession for Port. Morales looks to dodge, switches to his left. That shot is saved. Your goalie today for Garden City is Drew Quinn. Vassar bound. Both of these goalies collegiate bound keepers. Patrick Henny in the cage to our left right now, number 14 for Port Washington. He will go on and play at Fairfield. So Garden City, first possession for the Trojans. Head coach Steve Fennell, of course, his 15th season. Bobby Seal. Nice pass, shot down low. That's blocked. That attempt looked to be O'Connor, blocked in front, and now Port looks to go the other way. It's Robinson. He's got some room to move. Robinson to his left. And again, Morales tried to switch the ball from his left to his right. That was Jacobson, 23. And now unsettled for the Trojans. That shot looked like it hit the post. Ground ball, a bit of a yard sale. That was Briggs Capabianco, 30. Both teams battling at midfield, and it's won by Haberman. Oh, what a turn by Haberman! And the finish! Henry Haberman gives Port Washington the 1-0 lead. I'll tell you now, this guy was our impact player to watch for Port Washington. Watch this move. Spins into space and fires a bullet to give the Vikings the early 1-0 lead. Back to X we go, and going a little bit early. So Garden City will have the possession. It'll be dueling face-off guys for Port. Elijah Edmonds and Tommy Massia getting the job done there, and we'll see a heavy dose of Jack Cascadden, who's on the ball now. Cascadden, a Cornell-bound senior. We can certainly see what he did during the football season. Look at this dodge here. Breaks right past his man, goes right-handed on a big save there by Kenny. Ground ball picked up, and here comes Port again. Jared Morales, hands off. Extra pass in the goal. Haberman again. Henry Haberman has come to play. He's given Port the 2-0 lead. You see the pass coming from the pole there. Matt Freeman, give him the assist as well. A hockey assist to Morales. And back-to-back goals by Haberman has given Port the 2-0 lead. Back to the face-off X we go. That was Griffin Menudo, 41, taking that face-off for Garden City. He'll play at Muhlenberg. Just in our conversation, Steve Fennell did say that they would be switching some guys up, certainly, and cascading a guy who's on their second midfield unit. Another interception. The Poles have been very impressive thus far for Port. Now they have to clear, though, and that's easier said than done. Pole-to-pole pass, a little flip, and here comes Andy Feinstein. Robinson now for Port. Both of these teams with multiple sport athletes. Here comes a dodge from the top side. Low shot. Does it? No, it does not sneak through. Jacobson with the attempt, but Quinn with the stop. Nervy moments there for Quinn, too. He had to turn around and make sure that he still had the ball. Garden City looks to clear, and Bobby Seal will look to get this offense going. They work at far side. Here's Seal, one of the captains of this team, an outstanding soccer player as well. So much of this roster built from the majority football guys, and Seal beats his man, and he's got Garden City's first goal of the year.
Goal scored by number 3, Bobby Seal.
Another look, just an individual matchup. Seal cuts inside, gets crease side, and a good finish there for Bobby Seal. A guy who head coach Dee Fennell says has the energy to run all day. Off the face-off, and we've got a first flag of the day. We'll have a 1 minute for a cross-check. So GC gets the man up, and you see it right here off the face-off. The extracurriculars there. So first man up opportunity for either team. It'll be a minute for Garden City. There's Seal again. Quick catch with Pat Gavin. Gavin up top. Goal line extended. Twisting in front was Seal. His shot was low. The backup was there by Ryan Connolly. Connolly, another standout player for Garden City. Skidmore commit. Seal. 23 seconds left on the man up. Oh, yard sale again. Capabianco. He's chopping wood out there. And that should get Port out of trouble. What a catch! Unbelievable. Timeout by Port. Jared Morales, are you serious? That ball was nowhere near his stratosphere and somehow comes up with it. A good timeout by Port. And this will be a good chance as we'll take a look again at that catch. We'll take a look at the starting lineups. We didn't get a chance to bring him to you at the start. First, we'll look at, for the visitors from Port Washington, you've got Weingart, Haberman, and Meyer up front. A first midfield line of Morales. That's Jared Morales, because Matt Morales, his younger brother, on the team as well. Gavin Jacobson and Andrew Robinson. The face-off guy, Elijah Edmonds. Again, he'll split with Massia. And at the D, so far, a very impressive unit there. Briggs Capabianco, Cortland Bounds, Matt Freeman, and Matt Hillman. In the cage is Pat Kennedy. For Garden City, we'll take a look at their starters now. It's Connolly, Downey, and Engelkey. Engelkey took a hiatus from Lacrosse because he was playing golf for a couple of years. He's back now on the Lax field. Seal, Schmidt, O'Connor, Cascadin, the face-off guy, but we've already seen a change there. Numerous guys. You got Costello, Staub, Kephart, and Quinn in the cage. Off the timeout, Port has... And we have another stoppage here. I don't know if they put the penalty time back up or not. It's 5:29 on the clock, which would indicate that that 1 minute penalty should be up. And yeah, they are playing 6-on-6. So Port looks to attack from X. Cutting inside. That shot blocked in front. Battle for the loose ball. Stays with Port. That's Jacobson, 23. To Haberman, he's already got 2 on the day, and of course, as you'd expect, he's getting pulled. They work it back to X. That's Weingart. Weingart looks for options. He'll play a 2-man game back there. Weingart now pushes it out. Up top to Morales. Morales, excellent dodger, switches to his left. Low shot wide. Back up there, though, for Port. That's Luke Meyer. Up top, Morales again. Switches it far side. Gets it right back. Henry Haberman's got 2 goals. Port Washington, the early 2-1 lead. From X. Well, that was a shot attempt by Weingart. Ground ball picked up, though, and here comes Haberman. Switches. The Loyola Bound Jr. hands it off. We've seen a few of these guys, right? Go to that hard charge to the right, cut inside on the fake. Just like that. Clearly, Neal is practicing that. The slide comes, they work it to X, switching it. Morales! His first. And it's a 3-1 lead for Port. Morales is that big offensive midi. He's always in the weight room, in the gym. He trains other players. He's the guy actually who puts together their training program and kind of always checking in, making sure, hey, you hitting the gym, guys? Are we going to the gym? And that effort certainly is paying off. Good start for Port in both of these teams' first game of the 2021 season, first game in 2 years. Crazy to say that, but that's the pandemic reality that we're in. Ball gets worked up top. Terry Going, hands off. And there's Cascadin dodging. This is the second midfield unit that is saved by Kenny. Gets up and Also makes sure he sees the ball back into his stick. An impressive start for Port. Here's Robinson. Robinson works it to X. Going is on him. Back up top. Haberman. Gets doubled. Gets it off to Robinson. Shot goes wide. And another penalty. See it going against Port this time. It is on Robinson. It'll be a 30-second. Excuse me, the other way. It's Garden City's going in for 30 seconds. So Port with their first man-up opportunity. Morales. Hands off. That's John McCarthy, 22, the sophomore, quarterback of the Port football team. Or one of them, certainly. Weingart curls back out. There's 5 seconds left on a man-up opportunity. No shots yet. And the penalty is up. There's a pass in front, and the goal. McCarthy crashes the crease. A terrific pass in front, and Port extends their lead to 4-1. Another look. You can see the pass from X. And a great cut there by McCarthy. And we're going to have a timeout by Port with 1:47 left. We mentioned our impact guys. Well, let's take another look at them for Port. You understand a little bit why we chose Henry Haberman, junior, Loyola commit, a kid who's been on varsity since the 8th grade, can do anything. You give him an inch, and he'll let it go. Isaac Neal, their head coach, told a good story about Haberman. He said he remembers back when Haberman was younger that Kenny Brower from Massapequa, now at Duke, was guarding him, and Brower's a big dude. But Haberman never shied away, had a couple of points in that game as well, called him one of the toughest kids he's ever coached. Do you want toughness? Well, Garden City's got that certainly in their face-off man, Jack Cascadden. Cornell-bound Cascadden. He's 6'2", 210. We saw what he could do on the football field. Was one of the best in the county, both offensively and defensively, to lead the Trojans to another county title. Humble, hardworking. We've seen as well in this game, not only he's not a Fogo per se, he is a face-off guy, but we also see him come in and play that second midfield unit with Pierce Archer and Stevie Fennell as well. We told you about our head coaches before the start. We'll take another quick look at those guys. It's Isaac Neal for Port Washington. 6th season out of Overland High School in Aurora, Colorado. So you wonder, wait, how does a guy from Aurora, Colorado end up coaching Port Washington? Well, he played 4 years at Hofstra, said being on the island just made him feel at home, and he coached at Port his first year and then just fell in love. And Stevie Fennell's a guy for Garden City. He knows Garden City well. Played for the Trojans. He was in the class of 1991, went on and played for Mike Pressler at Duke, was a captain in 1995, a Duke assistant for 2 years. Had a few other coaching opportunities before this opened up, was Doc Doherty's assistant from 2003 to 06 before becoming the Garden City head coach in 2007. Under 90 seconds left in this first quarter. Port Washington has raced out to a 4-1 lead. Garden City looking to chip away at that deficit. They work it to X. And Kenny breaks up the pass. That was a really good play because Downey was on the crease, waiting for it. But Kenny anticipated it and got the INT. That's Matt Freeman looking to dodge, looking for options, and loses it. Back the other way we go. Downey unable to get it. Ground ball still loose, and he does scoop it up. Downey, the senior. Another guy had a great football season. 20 seconds left, first quarter. Double comes. Pass down low, sidearm shot. Kenny's there for the save. We've got him for 3. 7 seconds. Can Port get one more off? Tough pass. Oh, what a shot! The cut in by Meyer and the finish. And with 3.3 seconds left in the first quarter, Port Washington will go in to the break with a 5-1 lead on that goal by Luke Meyer, the sophomore. A terrific start for Isaac Neal's guys. Off the face-off. Ball is scooped up, looked to be by Meyer, and that does it for the first quarter. So Port Washington has come to play. Henry Haberman started things off with a pair of goals and then one each for Luke Meyer, Jared Morales, and John McCarthy. The Vikings lead Garden City 5-1 after one. You're watching this League One crossover showdown on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports. Now is the time to promote your business on our broadcasts.
Now Farmingdale will fire and find the back of the net.
Top of the key, 4-3, good.
With viewership in the thousands, your company will get the local attention it needs. Best of all, we offer affordable rates. High school sports online audiences are growing. Take advantage by advertising with Varsity Media.
Hands off, three-point shot is up and in. You back him back 3 yards, it doesn't matter. Touchdown, Freeport.
Contact us today, 516-403-2050, varsitymedia.net.
And we welcome you back to Garden City. Dylan Butler here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Port Washington has raced out to a 5-1 lead. Spoke to Isaac Neal and about this matchup. He said he's been dying to play Garden City. This is technically a non-league game, right? So we've heard from coaches throughout where they say this one doesn't mean anything, and there's Neal. The guy that he's speaking to there is Tim Holman, the second assistant at Garden City. Interesting there with those two. They were really good friends. They lived together. They were teammates at Hofstra. They lived together after college. Isaac Neal said that Holman's mom would cook dinner for him on his birthday, and he stayed over at Thanksgiving. He would go to his house during Easter. But they're super close, but, and this is the but, and Isaac Neal has had this with a few different cronies as well who are coaches. We don't talk, he said, all week leading up to a game. We'll say our hellos at the beginning, the hello that we just saw on camera. But he said, look, we are all too competitive to have any conversations the week of the game. We'll just wait to see each other on Friday. So back to the face-off X we go to start the second quarter. It's Cascadin. And Edmonds, and oof, a collision. Ground ball scooped up, and Garden City comes away with it. That's Connolly. What a burst by Connolly. Flag is down, so we've got a delayed penalty. So Garden City, as long as they maintain possession here, this clock will continue to roll. Work it to X. That's Downey. Capobianco on him. The extra pass, and oh, what a save by Kenny. His fourth. Maybe his best to date. And Kenny, special kid. He was a kid. He started at Friends Academy as a freshman, came back in, was a backup as a sophomore, and he's a guy who brings a lot of energy to that back end. And the penalty on Capobianco, it's a 1 minute. So this is a great opportunity for Garden City, not only being man up, but Capobianco's arguably been Port's best close defender right now. Extra pass down low. Oh, Kenny again. His fifth save. Got down low. Now Freeman, they'll look to clear. 30 seconds left and a man-up opportunity. It's Robinson. Gets past midfield. Surveys the situation. He's doubled. And a timeout called by Port. You see the guys, you see the huddle there for Garden City. It's been less than a week since a lot of those guys were on this same field winning another county football championship. So practices, as you would expect, have been few and far between, which is obviously not the ideal way to start a lacrosse season. Really, the first day was April 22nd that you could practice, but the day after, Garden City had football games, so they couldn't practice lacrosse. The following week, Fennell said we gave the guys off because they were tired. We had 3 days of lacrosse off last week to get ready for the county football final. Finally, he said they had a walkthrough at about 5 o'clock on Sunday. There's been no scrimmages. So it's a short season, looking to improve over the next few weeks and months. And, look, it's all about the playoffs and how you do there, but certainly not an ideal way to prepare for a season for Garden City. And then to kind of compound that here, their first game of the year comes just 24 hours after that tragic news of that deadly fire here in town that took the lives of an 18-year-old senior and her parents. There was a moment of silence before the start of this game. The flag across the field is at half-mast, so certainly we feel for the community here. A lot of these players were pretty shook up by that news as well. The girls lacrosse team had their game yesterday postponed as well. A very popular member of this tight-knit school and community, so it's been an emotional 24 hours to say the least. Back to action. 3 seconds and 2, so another man-up opportunity is killed, and Port Washington now has an opportunity to tack on to their lead. They've been impressive thus far, and they head to that mark. Luke Meyer again. Myers second. He's a kid. A year ago, he would have played as a freshman, the only lefty that's on this roster, but man, can he play. And watch him switch. Here's the pass. And there is the finish. So you give the assist there. And Port now with a 6-1 lead. So Meyer, his second. And for all those factors that we mentioned before, especially though not being able to practice and literally coming right off the football field and starting a season, you got to figure this, if there's a time to come to Garden City and try to get a win here, this is your best opportunity. Ground ball picked up. And again, the yard sale. We've had Capobianco a few times. That one was Matt Freeman. For me, that's second only to a pole goal as far as what... I love the physicality, too. I love when you see an attackman maybe get knocked to the ground, but the yard sale and the pole goal, those two of my favorite things to see from a long stick. Oh! I think Kenny got a piece again. Looked like this time he got the better of Engelke. And you know what? Even if he didn't, we're going to give him that opportunity because he's been lights out for Port to this point. So we'll say his 6th save. Isaac Neal said they were blessed that he came back. Just such a competitor. And offside was the call on Port Washington. So GC will get going, and they'll need to get their offense kick-started here with just under 8 minutes left in this second quarter. Bobby Seale has got Luke Schmidt. Certainly saw a lot of him during the football season. Quarterback doing an outstanding job for the Trojans in that regard. This is your second midfield line here. Nice pass down low, the fake inside, diving, 2 flags fly up. So another man-up opportunity for the Trojans. You got to figure at one of these points, they've got to cash in. So it'll be another 1-minute man-up opportunity. Neither team able to this point to cash in on the extra man. They work it up top. That was Seal passing up.
Garden City goal by number 16, Luke Schmidt.
You give it to Schmidt, his first, the man-up goal. And that's how you chip away. And if you are Isaac Neal, you'll love the aggression, certainly by your polls, but you've also now given Garden City so many opportunities to get back into the game. There's Edmonds at the face-off X again. Cascadin, though, comes away. So now Garden City feeling some momentum going their way. Some excitement as well. They're down 4, 5.5 to go, first half. And there's Fennell. Plays catch a little bit there with Going in the second midfield line. The dodge. Lefty shot, and another save by Kenny. It's pretty clear at this point, if Kenny can see the ball, he's stopping the ball. And I think even sometimes when he can't see it, he's still stopping the ball. He has been outstanding to this point. As Morales, it's been a while since Port's been on this side of the field, so you figure they'll be patient here with the 4-goal lead, approaching 4 minutes left in the first half. And again, with no shot clock in high school lacrosse, certainly in New York, you can milk things for a little bit longer as well. Jared Morales, he'll run the ball to X. Looks to play a quick two-man game here with Haberman. Haberman backs off, the double comes. Morales loses it, tries to throw it in front. Loose ball, Haberman shot, that was blocked in front. He goes down, he landed. I was going to say he landed in the crease, but the call is that he got pushed. So we're going to stay with Port Washington. I see it again. Does land in the crease, but he certainly was pushed there as well. They work it up top. That's Robinson. Quick pass into the teeth of the D. And a little bit over-aggressive was Matt Kephart, the freshman, and this will be a man-up opportunity for Port Washington. So Kephart, the freshman, very good, technically sound, and you can see he's got a little bit of that bite in him as well. But he'll have to sit out now. Oh, and look at this. This will be a hit to the head, an unreleasable penalty. 2 minutes. So a huge opportunity for Port Washington here. So Kephart with the shot to the head, unreleasable. So Port can score at will here. And they've got 2 minutes to do so. So a huge opportunity for them to add on to that lead. And there's Haberman. He's already got 2 on the day. Goes up top. Morales thought about it. And here comes Haberman. Again, back up top. Still plenty of time in this man up. 1:17 as we see we are approaching 3 minutes left in this first half. We've not seen an attempt at goal just yet. There's the first, and that is saved. A good-looking save by Quinn. The ground ball, though, is picked up, and it stays with Port. And that's a goal. Haberman's got his third. And that's another man-up goal. And again, with it being unreleasable, Port will remain man up. Now, the only difference here, though, is there will be a face-off, and this is where Cascadin could be absolutely huge for Garden City. This is a huge face-off for him. 2:37 left. There's 48 seconds remaining in the man up. And it is won by Port. Big win. You see the ground ball scooped up by Robinson after Edmonds came away with the W. all things going Port's way right now. And they would absolutely love to just tack one more on to go into halftime, perhaps with a 6-goal lead. Haberman, he's the hot hand. Crisp movement here. Morales hands off. Lefty shot and a goal! Give the assist to Morales. The goal by Gavin Jacobson. So it is the 6-goal advantage. It is another man-up goal. And it is all Port here at Garden City. And by the way, still 8 seconds left on this opportunity. So I don't know if you're going to necessarily get a clean win off of Cascadin, one of the best around. In fact, it'll go the other way. Cascadin with the win. Quick pass, Cascadin, hands off, and that's how GC gets back in it. Ryan Connolly with the finish.
Goal scored by number 15, Ryan Connolly.
And you can see there how important a clean face-off win is. Cascadin got it and then had some real estate to move. He got it to Connolly, and he does the rest. Connolly's first goal of the year, Skidmore bound senior. And Edmonds went early. Penalties up now. 1:45 left in this first half. Cascadin steps in, hands off, and he will come off as this first midfield unit will look to play catch. It's Seal. Seal had Garden City's first goal of the game. Here comes a dodge from the left. Ball down in the turf, and look how quickly that was scooped up, and what a ground ball by Freeman. That was impressive. Did you see how quickly Freeman pounced? And then not only that, then he got the ground ball as well. They have to get it clear. They have to switch it. That's a great switch back to the stick of Freeman. Freeman's a junior, transferred from St. Anthony's. Would have been a big part of last year's team, and again, pandemic canceled that season. But he is here, and he's a guy that Isaac Neal said he believes he'll be the most slept-on guy in Nassau County this year. I don't know, more ground balls like that, I'm not sure how long you're sleeping on him. 24 seconds left, first half. Port with an 8-3 lead. Dodging. That shot went wide. Looked to be Meyer. No backup, though. Great hustle by Brendan Staub. He quickly releases all the way downfield. Kenny, the closest to it. He'll let it bounce out. 0.6 seconds, so Kenny will just run with it and drop the ball. What a first half for Port Washington. They lead Garden City 8-3 in this season opener for both teams. We'll take a quick break. We'll have some first half stats and highlights as well. You're watching this League One crossover game on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports. Varsity Media is the tri-state area's Leader in sports media production. We specialize in live streaming.
Gargiulo over the middle. He's got a man. It's complete. And Ciolino. See you later. Touchdown, Massapequa.
Videography. And photography. Covering all sports at all levels. We feature aerial photography and videography, college recruiting videos, live streaming of games.
Top of the key, Smith. Why not? Wow. Bang! McKee, first down and more! Charlie McKee! Touchdown, Oceanside!
School events, graduations. Varsity Media is available to cover a game, a tournament, a season, or any special event.
Talk to us a little bit about what went through your mind, how you prepared for that to run such a fast speed.
Currently, spectators are limited at events. Let Varsity Media bring the event to your fans. Contact Varsity Media today for more information. Online at varsitymedia.net or by phone 516-403-2050. You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports. Now is the time to promote your business on our broadcasts.
Now Farmingdale will fire and find the back of the net.
Top of the key, 4-3, good.
With viewership in the thousands, your company will get the local attention it needs. Best of all, we offer affordable rates. High school sports online audiences are growing. Take advantage by advertising with Varsity Media.
Hands off, three-point shot is up and in. You back him back 3 yards, it doesn't matter. Touchdown, Freeport.
Contact us today, 516-403-2050, varsitymedia.net.
We welcome you back to Garden City, just about set for the start of the second half. This, what are we now, game 3, right, of our broadcast schedule. It's been coming thick and fast. And here you see part of that schedule. We've got to get a new graphic. We have to get Chris Sweeney on that one because we've got some more games just about confirmed. I'm not going to break news here on the broadcast, but we've got some as well coming up. But there you can see it here. We'll be back here on the 10th for Farmingdale and Garden City, and then we've got 2 games here on the 10th as well, Syosset as well. And Cascadon gets the faceoff win. Nice little shovel pass there. We'll get, when we get a stoppage in play, we'll get you some first half stats as well. But Garden City, understandably rusty. And again, we've detailed their situation where they've really barely practiced at all after really almost every one of their athletes. And there's a great shot. And a goal. That's the way you want to start the second half. Ryan Connolly gets his second. And you can see Connolly just finding a seam and getting the finish. And you gotta figure the way Cascadon is at X, it's not panic time, certainly, for Garden City. There's so much time left. It's only a 4-goal deficit. And Cascadon starting to look like he's getting into a rhythm. Another win there from the face-off X for him. He hands off. There's Engelke. Engelke loses it for a second, gets it right back, and pops it back out top for Pierce Archer. Archer and DeLuca are your defensive midfielders. That's 10 and 18 for Garden City. And there's Bobby Seal handing off. So you feel like, look, the impressive first punch was thrown by Port, right? But can you maintain that now for 4 quarters? That's the answer that will come. And with more saves like that by Kenny, you feel like that's certainly a possibility. A one-handed pass there by Downey. So another ball came into play there for a second. So Garden City puts the ball back into play. Comes this near side. Connolly's already got 2 on the game. Cross crease pass and the behind the back opportunity by Downey. Little shovel behind the back by Downey.
35.
A great cross-crease pass, and here comes Garden City. You can see Seal initiate. There's the pass, and a great finish as well. So give Seal the assist, and a really good finish as well by Downey. Another face-off win by Cascadon, and here come the Trojans. Garden City feeling some of that momentum come their way. A little bit of push and a man-up opportunity. We'll see how long this one is for. It should be a 30-second push. We'll take a look at some of those first half stats while we have an opportunity. Here you see from that first half, you see the saves. The ground balls were even. Man up, obviously Port doing a little bit better. They had that one situation. Look at the shots there too. Port with 17 shots and those 10 face-off wins by Cascadon. He's already got, I believe, 3 now in this second half, as there's a 30-second man-up opportunity, and that shot went wide. So you're starting to feel that momentum switch. Engelke looking to put the ball back in. 16 seconds left in this 30-second man-up opportunity. Seal up front. Oh, what a great look. They go to crease. Count it! Or no! The one official looked like he counted it. The second official said no. He landed in the crease. Take a look again. You see the crease dodge, and yeah, Connolly, there was a push, but he did get in the crease, and that near side official here was adamant. Good call there, and that also meant the penalty was cleared. So Port now back on attack, really for the first time in this second half. Look at their first half. It was Haberman with 3, Meyer with 2. He had 1 each from Morales, Jacobson, and McCarthy, but the star of that first half, certainly senior goalie Patrick Kenny, with an outstanding first half. Peppered, but he responded. Switch to the left. Nothing there. They back up, and there's Haberman up top, the junior Loyola bound. And we saw him during the football season, too. What a terrific athlete. Tough as nails. That low shot toward the far post by McCarthy, the sophomore, was wide. Weingart puts the ball back into play. Thought he had an opening. Double comes. Pushes it back out. Sidearm shot. That was blocked. Stays alive. Morales. Oh, nice save by Quinn. Ground ball. Where will it go? It's going to go GC's way. Flag on the play. This will go against Haberman. So a delayed penalty against Port. And you love, too, we'll show you the replay. It was actually also called out by the Garden City attackman. He's like, right there, that's where I got fouled. Another save. And now we'll have the call of the penalty. Right there. And the point as well by DeLuca. So 32nd man up opportunity here for Garden City. Both teams capitalizing on man-up opportunities in the first half. Quick ball movement. Good stick there by Freeman to get a piece. 7 seconds on the man-up. Will they have one more chance? Seal passes it off, gets it right back. The penalty is up, and we are even again, 6-on-6, as we approach 6 minutes left in this first half. 8-5, you see the score. There's Seal, one of the captains. Had a terrific early spring on the soccer field, and he gets another assist as well. O'Connor, it appears, with the goal. Seal will get his second assist, and the deficit is now down to 2.
Goal scored by number 6, Gerard O'Connor. It's now 8-6.
It's a great look by Seal. And O'Connor rips it. Maybe a little bit of a screen there from that close defender. And Cascadin, look at the physicality there for another face-off win. He is in the zone right now, and he's a huge part of why the Trojans have been able to cut into this deficit. It was 8-2 at one point. So you do the math. That's 4 unanswered for Garden City. So both teams sub out. And it's the second midfield unit, Stevie Fennell with the ball. Like so many others, Fennell part of that Nassau County championship winning football team. Oh, Seal, double teamed. Gets it off. It's still alive. Step down. Nothing doing there. Fennell wants it. He gets it. He's got the shorty matchup as well. Passes off of that. Gets it to Seal. Seal has a lane. Seal shot into the stick of Kenny. And Port gets an important clear as well. Jared Morales. He'll push it out. It's been a while since Port has scored a goal, and it came back-to-back tallies on that unreleasable penalty against Matt Kephart. Since then, it's been all Garden City. That low shot sailed wide by Gavin Jacobson. Weingart from X. There's Haberman. He's got the pole on him. That's Staub. And advantage, Staub gets the turnover in Garden City with exactly 4 minutes left in this third quarter. Could make it a 1-goal game. So Garden City will be patient here as they get their numbers on. First midfield unit of Seal. Looks to be Schmidt and O'Connor as well. There's the dodge. The extra pass down low, and there's the finish. Tommy Engelke. And we've got a 1-goal game.
Another Garden City goal, 8-7.
You see the pass. A great look there by Connolly as well, so he'll get his first assist of the game. 8-7. This is as close as it's been since 2-1. And Cascadon, another win. We're seeing a clinic here, and that's why he is one of the best, not only in Nassau County, but on the island. He will go on and ply that craft at Cornell. Shot blocked in front. Kenny gets a piece and scoops up the GB, quickly looks for the outlet. He finds Belomo. Anthony Belomo spins around midfield, makes his run and hands off to Weingart. What Port needs, certainly they need a goal, but what they need here is just some possession time, some time in this offensive third of the field, and get some good looks at Cage. Their shots to this point in the second half have been pretty far out and haven't really challenged Drew Quinn too much. That's Weingart. Back up top to McCarthy. McCarthy looks to dodge from there. Spins inside. Goes across the field. Another dodging attempt there by Morales. Nothing doing. Garden City defense getting a little bit tougher here. Step down shot. And that one looked like Quinn did get a piece. 92 seconds left in this third quarter. Now Weingart's up top. It's Morales. Morales tries to dodge, going nowhere. Pierce Archer. That's one of the reasons Fennell calls him part of that heart and soul, along with DeLuca. Those blue-collar workers as short stick D-middies. And right now we're seeing Garden City just cut off every lane possible. Under a minute left in this third quarter. And again, no dodging there. They're forcing these shots now to try to come from the outside. 30 seconds left. Third quarter. Morales thought about it. Hands off. At this point, likely Port will hold for the last of this. Here's a great matchup. Watch this. Here's Haberman. Goes downhill. Haberman gets pulled. Nowhere to go for Haberman. He'll try the other side. Pass out front. Morales! Desperately needed goal for Port. Morales' second. Haberman's first assist. The lead back up to 2 for Port Washington. What a hard-working goal that was. And Morales, what you loved what he did there, right? He didn't think about it. As soon as the pass came from Haberman, he was ready to go and fire. Another look here. You got to give credit, even though the goal was conceded, to Brendan Staub, just to work on Haberman. So Edmonds went early. Another face-off win. 3.7 seconds. Really not a lot of time. Fennell fires down. And good pole work there as well. So that shot never emerged. Credit Capabianco for the breakup. 3 quarters in the books, 12 to go. Can Port Washington hold on to their lead, or is Garden City just heating up? Fourth quarter coming up. You're watching this League One crossover showdown on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
Varsity Media is available to broadcast your team's big event. Rivalry game, off the screen. 3 ball is good. senior night. Whatever the occasion, we enhance the viewing experience with our productions. Don't settle for a boring stream. Call today for more information about our services. 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net. Welcome back to Garden City. Dylan Butler here, the Varsity Media Sports Network. We're going to be busy, and that means good things for you. This is our upcoming schedule. Joked before, we need to get Chris Sweeney on this because we've got games coming up as well. I didn't want to break the news, certainly. I'll let Chris handle it, and we'll get it out on social media. But we do have a confirmed game on the Monday after the Woodstick in Suffolk County. That's all I'm going to say. It's in Suffolk County. So we'll let you know that game. But certainly some big games coming up. We've got dueling games on the 10th and the 14th, and there's that Woodstick Classic, ridiculously long series. I think it's 135 games played in over 80 years. It was the most continuous rivalry played on the lacrosse field in America, of course, until the pandemic shortened that. But always a great day of lacrosse, and we are so jacked up to bring that to you. But so many games more before that as well. We'll be back here on Monday as the Fighting Hungerfords from Farmingdale come to town to take on Garden City. We'll be there for that. They had an impressive win as well earlier in the week against Cary. We also had Syosset and Southside. What a game that was, with A.J. Alexander scoring at the end to give Syosset that win. Southside's going to be a team to watch out for in Class B as well. And to this point, Port Washington is also impressed. Certainly there's powers in Class A, but they're looking to be a team certainly to be reckoned with in that group of 5 that has Massapequa, Farmingdale, Syosset, and Oceanside as well. So that defensive pressure forces that timeout. In our conversation with Port Washington's coach, Isaac Neal, said, look, we feel pretty good about our team this year. Said he has 90% of the team back. They were on varsity a year ago, so the getting to know you portion of midfield and the understanding and of what they can bring and what's expected of them, that was already in place. So they felt comfortable with the group and the team chemistry and the camaraderie. Neil said he challenged those guys, though, to make sure that you play other sports before you play lacrosse this year. He said part of it was just to go and compete, but another part, which was an interesting note by him, was just to get used to COVID protocols, whether it's the testing or wearing the masks, or he said even the sad part of being shut down for a week or two and sort of how that feels and affects you. And we saw that with the Port football team and so many of these guys, Weingart and Haberman and Meyer. They were all big parts of that football team as well. We had one of their broadcasts, MacArthur, we mentioned before, when they had that tight loss to Oceanside late in the regular season. So it was a challenge accepted, certainly by his guys, and even too at the faceoff X. You know, he has the ability to go 2 guys with Tommy Massia. He's going to go on and wrestle in college, and he said, Coach, I'm just going to focus on wrestling. He said, no, you're not. You're going to face off as well. Edmonds is a guy who's been remote and stays remote, so he wasn't sure if he'd even play, but he's here as well, and it's been an impressive start here for Port, but they've got to finish as well. GC down 2 with the ball. Seal, stutter step, peels off the tackle, goes cross field, and again, the poles affecting things. Nowhere to go on that shot. Freeman again, he has impressed. Has the junior, again, a transfer from St. Anthony's. Before last season, didn't play. Obviously, nobody played because of the pandemic. 26 seconds left on this man-up opportunity for Garden City. Stick up, Connolly, hands off to Seal. They'll switch it left side. That shot blocked in front, and Kenny dives at it, giving up his body there. It appeared to be Andrew Robinson, 12. And that's who's got the ball in his stick now. He hands off to Weingart. Penalty is up, so we are even. And here's Morales. He's got 2 and 1 on the day. Looks like they're going to try to play a 2-man game behind the cage. Nothing doing there. From Meyer. Meyer's got 2 on the day as well. The dodge from the top. Good push. Switch the other side. Haberman, sidearm shot. He'll take that space. And he's got 3 and 1, so he can certainly score from distance as well. Going to Loyola, another Loyola-bound junior. We saw one certainly in Brady West as well, and wrapping around the cage was Weingart. Nothing doing. That was a shot. Support maintains possession. Up 2 with 9:30 left. Jacobson, a Binghamton commit as a junior, a cerebral player. The coaching staff jokes, we don't know what hand he is because he'd go with both. In front, Weingart still has it. It's lost, and he stepped into the crease, so we will go the other way. That was great defense by GC. Here's another look at it. Weingart had the ball, and I love the pressure there by Quinn, too, to step out on him and kind of force the issue, right? So Garden City now, another opportunity to cut into this deficit. Second midfield unit. Stevie Fennell. Will dodge from the top. Seal. You can see a little bit more urgency now from the Trojans on attack. Behind the cage, and again, these polls have been no joke. That's Matt Hillman, the sophomore. There's a flag down. The Garden City coaching staff is incensed. There was an offside there, but was it not picked up? Hillman got the GB, and he got so excited, he just kept going. And that looked to be picked up by this lower official. And now they'll have a conversation. We'll see it again. Pretty clearly offside. So after the conversation, the officials got it right. Offside was the call on Port Washington, so after that hard work defensively, they'll have to go again. Another attempt here for Garden City. Under 8 left in the fourth quarter. Trojans down by 2. They work it to X. Connolly. That shot goes wide. Came up a little bit limp as well. Not sure if it was a knock of knees, but GC maintains possession. Seal gets everybody in front. Oh, tried to find 44, Downey. Now they'll try to dodge from the top. Kenny again. And look at the aggression. Kenny. unsettled now for Port. I thought Kenny was going to keep going. That's another thing I love in lacrosse. I love pole goals, I love yard sales, and goalie goals. We've had some yard sales. We haven't had the pole goal yet in our broadcast schedule. We've certainly not had the goalie goal. So the challenge is out there, guys. Under 7 to go. I will guarantee you, if you get a goalie goal, you will make our Instagram highlights. Rest assured. Meyer up top. Meyer tries to switch hands. Great save by Quinn. The pole lost his stick, which gave that extra room to shoot, but a great job by Quinn to come up with the save. So Fennell at midfield. Harassed, changes course, switches it this side. They've still got to get in. They do. There's the pass down low. Again, a little off the mark. Another ground ball by these poles. Capobianco. He's heading to Cortland. This whole defensive unit has been incredibly impressive for Port Washington. That's Kenny in the cage. Capobianco, Freeman, and Hillman, those close D. They have been spectacular today. And, of course, you've got Haberman leading the way up top with 3 and 1. Question, though, is can Port Washington close the deal here? Isaac Neal, their head coach, said, I've been dying to play Garden City. Now, again, it's a game that technically you would say in the standings doesn't mean anything because it's all about beating your conference opponents. But I suspect if we were to poll that bench across the way in blue, how important is this game right now? I think they'll all say it's massively important. Bouncer, wide, back up, is there for Port Washington. And the thing, too, that Neil said, it's a litmus test, right? And that's where the importance comes. So you play a championship caliber team like Garden City. He said he equates it to playing Massapequa, who they'll obviously play in league play. He said same kind of kids, same hard-working mentality. They're champions. They know how to win tight games, and we're trying to do that as well. Up top for Morales. Morales looks to switch. There's Haberman. Haberman backs up. Wants the matchup. The help comes late, and there's the pass in front of the goal. John McCarthy's second. The help came late. And again, you've got to respect Haberman's ability to shoot. Watch it again. And that was the earlier play, but Haberman, here it is again. He pops out, right? You've got to play him. Watch the help. It comes late. As soon as it does, he releases that pass. A heady play and a huge face-off win as well. That's been a spot dominated by Cascadon today. And what a late game win there as well by Elijah Edmonds. The senior, another one of the Port football guys as well. Here it is again. That's a clean win. So now Port's going to take some air out of the ball here with 3:45 left. You're certainly not there yet, but you wonder how soon the officials might get a stall warning going. Archer's not waiting for that to happen. He went right after the Port player. And we will go the other way. So Pierce Archer forces that turnover. A huge one for the short stick D Mitty. who will go on and play at Franklin and Marshall, one of the captains as well. Here they go the other way. Kenny got a piece, no backup there. Or there is backup, no one for Port there. And now GC. There's got to be even more urgency. Down 3:21 left. Dodging underneath, that shot blocked in front. Fennell chops at the loose ball. He can't get the GB. Port Washington does. That's a great timeout, too. I was going to say, slow down, Matty Hillman. You don't have to go for it now. So Neal gets the timeout, and Port Washington, they've got a 3-goal lead with 3:03 to play. Obviously, game one for both teams in this one, but you've got to figure, again, in a Conference A that's absolutely stacked with a defending, technically, right, but still, a defending state champion in Massapequa, Syosset, who's battled Pequa in the championship game the last 2 times. Farmingdale, a team as well. We saw them earlier as well. They're going to be an impressive team. They're going to be in the mix. So now Port Washington trying to throw their hat in there as well. And that's the thing that Neal said he loves as well. He said, it's one of the things I love about where I ended up coaching. Now, Neal had chances. He had a conversation with Brian Brecht. He had an opportunity maybe with Amplo when he was going to Marquette to go there. And he dipped his toe a little bit in the collegiate waters. But he said, look, you're too much of a journeyman there. He set up his family here, his wife's here, his kids grow up on Long Island. So even though he is from Overland High School in Aurora, Colorado, he had interviews with Brecht, who's now at Rutgers, Siena, Princeton. But this is home for Neal now, and it's the thing that he says he loves most about coaching here is playing in a conference that has those perennial powerhouses in it. Of course, Garden City, another national powerhouse, certainly, and they're on the verge here. They need to get a stop and get some offense going quickly, or else Port will come out of here with an impressive season-opening win, an eye-opening one at that. Robinson gets behind the cage, peels it out, just throws it down on the turf, back out top for Meyer. And now they'll switch things to this side to McCarthy. Now the stall warning is on. Haberman keeps it in the box and puts it in the back of the net. Henry Haberman, his 4th. And he extends the lead to 11-7. That goal comes just as the stall warning comes on and just as Haberman got hit. Watch it again. Here comes the penalty right there. Hit to the head. Haberman bounces right off of that, dodges at the crease, and scores his 4th. And by the way, to add insult to injury, that penalty stays on. So it's a 1-minute penalty as well. So Port Washington in the driver's seat, although Edmonds there tied up Cascadon, so it'll be GC ball. They need a man-down goal in the worst way, but these Poles are just not going to let that happen. Look at Kenny creating a passing option. They'll go the other way, though, and they'll get across. You've got 34 seconds left, and Haberman turns it over. Garden City, it's getting late for the Trojans. Looking for a man-down goal. That shot wide, backup was there. It's Downey. 14 seconds left on this penalty. Connolly eaten up there. Here comes Morales. What's the call? We're going to go the other way. 9 seconds left. Look at a pass in front. And the finish as well by Engelke.
Goal scored by number 40, Tommy Engelke.
We're not done yet. Engelke, the finish in front, his second of the game. 11-8 is the score. And again, you are in the game every time 21 steps to the faceoff X. That's Cascadin. There's still a man down for 3 seconds. And you see on the bottom of your screen, 1:24 left. That one is won, though, by Edmonds. A push called, some extra by Cascadin. So some frustration now for Garden City. The contact by Cascadin, that comes after the whistle blew, and you can see the flags fly there as well. So some frustration for Cascadin. It'll be a 1-minute penalty, but again, there's 1:16 left in the game. Fennell having a conversation with the officials about the call. So a minute 16 left here for Port Washington. They'll have the man up. So the question here, obviously, look, for GC, as we see them break their huddle, they've got to be ultra aggressive defensively. And I think that's going to probably also mean Quinn initiating as another defender out of the cage just to create that 6-on-6 and just put pressure. You can't allow Port Washington just to throw the ball around the perimeter for the next minute, because then you'll only have 16 seconds left and you're still down by 3. We'll be back here again on Monday as Garden City takes on Farmingdale, part of our ever-increasing broadcast schedule on Varsity Media. You want to, of course, subscribe to us here on YouTube if you've not done so yet, and follow us on social media as well. We'll have further updates as it's a one-man opportunity. Again, they've got to stay in. Haberman double-teamed. He'll lose it. So here we go. Garden City. They need some offense, and they'll need to do it down a man. They'll go pole to pole to get into the attacking zone. That's Seal with it. He's in. And now for Port, they could be a little more aggressive with the poles as well. You can see Seal getting chased. It goes up top for Downey. And that's going to be a push. But you know what? You like it, right? You want to see Port just get after it defensively and make you think maybe next time. Swim dodge by Fennell. He loses it. A heady play there as well. You get the ball back in. Robinson handed it back to Kenny. 23 seconds left in this one. Kenny, you feel like he wants to keep it in his stick. He wanted to run around. Not going to happen. 13 seconds left. The Port fans down to our right, an excited bunch, and understandably so. 2 seconds and 1. And Port Washington has pulled off the season-opening upset. They defeat Garden City 11-8 at Garden City. And so many standout players for Port Washington. If you even go like a 3 stars kind of a thing, you've got to give it to Haberman, who started things on attack. He had 4 goals and 2 assists. I give him kind of the number 2 star. Maybe Capabianco and or Freeman are both as a 2nd star, and your number 1 star in the cage was Patrick Kenny. What a job the senior Fairfield commit did in the cage, just backstopping the Vikings to a massive season-opening win. That will certainly send some shockwaves through Conference A. You got to figure Syosset, Massapequa, and Farmingdale, as well as Oceanside, has taken notice. For Garden City, it's a tough season-opening loss, but again, I think you put the asterisk here with not even having a full week to practice. Again, just not even a week ago, they won a football championship on this field, so they will get better as the season goes on, and a lot of that season will be right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. So we'll take another look at our upcoming schedule, and there you see it. We have, I guess, the weekend off, broadcast-wise, certainly, but then you go out and you could see the games that we have coming up, and it is a great schedule as well. We are all over the place. If you are a lacrosse fan, which we certainly suspect that you are, you'll want to make sure that you are here throughout. So that'll do it here from Garden City. We want to certainly thank all of our crew here, Tom LaFaso and Frederick Roberts on the cameras, our executive producer, Ben Turchin, as well as the pride of Seaford, Nick Louisi. I'm Dylan Butler, thanking you for joining us. We'll see you again on Monday. Have a good weekend, everyone.